Last year, Hurricane Maria claimed the lives of 64 people, according to the official government toll. But a new Harvard study estimates the death toll could actually be more than 4,600 people. We're live with Wilenie Sepulveda, a journalist in Puerto Rico now. Hey, Wilenie. Now, were you there during Hurricane Maria?
Hello. Yes, I was here. It was almost 3 weeks after I came back from Newhouse, from the Washington program.
It's like being there.
It was very hard because at first we didn't believe what was coming to us. We have a lot of storm alerts and every year, and we were like, oh, that's not coming, but it did, and it hit very hard. And we were short of supplies. I didn't have power in my house for 5 months, and we were running out of a power generator, but even so, it was very, very hard to keep up. And we were able to have a power generator, but many people here in the island didn't have the means to be for so long taking care of all the expenses of a power generator. And there are still people without power.
And so if there are people still without power, what was kind of the aftermath of the storm like? Is it still continuing? What's going on now?
Right now, if you go around the island, it seems okay. Nature has grown again. Everything's green again. At first, it looked like it was a huge fire. Everything was burned because of the wind speeds. But now, most of the problem is in very rural areas where they still don't have power. It's been almost 9 months, and no one tells them when they're gonna have it back. And many people, especially in those rural areas, there are a lot of old people with special conditions and stuff like that. So there are a lot of health issues related to the lack of power.
And now Puerto Rico's governor has come out saying that he's welcoming the study and he wants the real numbers to come out. But we haven't heard anything from the federal government. Why do you think that is?
I'm not sure what's going on with the numbers. We hear something different every week. The government here said it was 64 people that die because of the hurricane. Everyone here in the island thought that the number was pretty low, given everything that happened. So we weren't really convinced that was a real number. But we weren't sure, and no one was sure of what was the real number. But I think that the problem was that maybe those 64 maybe died because of a tree, maybe died because of the flooding, and they assumed that that was just the people that died because of it. But you have to look in a long-term kind of way. The lack of power affected the health of many people, like I said before. Some people need machines to live, and if you don't have power, they can't operate unless you have a power generator. And if you can't have it running 24/7, your health is gonna be decreasing every time. So I feel like it's like a domino effect. Maybe you didn't die the day of the hurricane or the day after, but in the long term, because you didn't have power, maybe you had a condition, maybe cancer, maybe you needed dialysis. But because you didn't have power, that's why you would have been fine if you had the power.
Now we're going to continue to keep our thoughts and prayers with Puerto Rico, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, guys.